So we're going to start part 1 of the IELTS speaking test. I'm going to ask you a few questions about the topic of family. Do you have a big or small family?
I think my family is quite small because we only have like 4 members.
Alright. What kinds of activities does your family do together?
We usually eating out, going on trips, on vacations.
Who does the housework in your family?
My mother said that in order to be like fair for everyone, so we divide the work for like 4 members.
Okay, and who is the family member that you are closest to?
I think it is my dad because I'm like close to him and I can share my personal things with him.
Alright, now let's talk about the topic of teachers. Do you have a favorite teacher?
I think that my favorite teacher is my psychology teachers in year 11.
And why was that your favorite teacher?
Because he is quite funny and he is caring about his students. Also, he will also give me advice when I have problems with things with my families and friends.
Do you think you could become a good teacher?
I don't think so, because sometimes I'm getting hot-tempered.
Alright, now one more topic. Let's talk about books. Do you like reading books?
I think yes, because I have like 2 bookshelves and I still think it is not enough for me.
And what is your favorite type of books?
Science fiction.
What are the benefits of reading?
I think the benefits of reading is to relieve stress and just try. And sometimes you can find yourself in the words in the book.
Okay. Who enjoy reading more, the young or the older people?
I think nowadays the old people tend to enjoy reading more because now we have smartphones and tablets.
Okay. Alright, now we will move on to part 2 of the speaking test. I'm going to give you a topic and then you have 1 minute to prepare and then you can talk for up to 2 minutes. Alright? And this is your topic. Describe a creative person that you admire. Alright, you can take some notes if you wish. And now you have 1 minute. Are you ready?
Yes.
Alright, so don't worry if I interrupt you. I will tell you when the time's up. Now let's go.
A creative person that I admire is my favorite writer, Untitled. He's a young writer, and sometimes when I'm sad, I like to read his book because I can find myself in the empathy of the words that he wrote in there. Since 2013, I have like when he was first published his book, I was like reading that since then, and now he have 5 books, and I already got like 5 autographs. To me, he was like a brother, because sometimes I like to sharing my idea with him, and he's an inspiration for me to write my own books. He is kind of caring and friendly towards his fan, and sometimes he's like sharing his own love life and personal life to the others. The reason that I'm admiring him is he's helped me with my planning out of the books and how to like giving me feedback to improve on my writings.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay, so that's all. Alright, thank you. Can I have the paper and pencil back? Alright, thank you. Now we're going to move on to part 3. I will ask you a few more questions related to the topic of creative person and creativity in general. Do you think it's necessary for children to study creative subjects at school?
I think yes, because when you are young, you have something in your mind and you want to draw it or write it down. So I think creative subjects in like young life, when you are young, is very important.
Did you yourself enjoy the art subjects and things at school?
I think because I don't have the ability to draw, so art is always my least interested subject.
Okay. Is creativity a natural born trait or could it be learned?
I think it's a natural born trait because sometimes when the artists or the painters, they just like thinking of it, and they have been like they explore their talent in a very young age.
What sorts of impression do you have when you visit an art museum?
I think I was amazed by the paintings, but to understand the meaning of it, I don't think I can get it.
Do you think our society today has done enough to support creative people?
I think yes, because creative people like they tend to giving out ideas to the government and how to change the current status in the society.
What are the benefits of being creative in general?
I think the benefits of being creative is like you're getting recognized by people, and then you have like ideas, and then you get respected.
Is there any bad thing about being creative?
I think no, because creativity is like a gift, and not many people can get it.
What kinds of people should be creative?
I think like the writer, artist, and painter, and like paint, the drawing.
Okay, alright, so thank you. I think that's the end of the test.